What's up guys, Zabza here, bringing you a battle with my 5th generation Little Cup team. Looking at my opponent's team, he's using some serious threats. At least 3 of his Pokemon can set up Stealth Rocks, which are Pawniard, Baltoy, and Leap. Chinchou, any way you look at it, is a massive threat, considering it can be a special wall or a scarf variant. Koffing's always a physical defensive beast. And Larvesta, well, I never really got the appeal behind Larvesta. It just seems like another Ponyta to me, with access to U-turn. That's probably the appeal right there. But anyway, let's get to the battle. My opponent is KaelanKhaos, who we set up a battle through Skype. I'm going to send out my Padawan, my Riolu, as he sends out his... I can't read Japanese, so just Pawniard. He's going to immediately switch out to his Koffing as I go for a bulk up, and I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisp here, but considering I am a bulk up set, I don't really care even if I get hit with it. He does go for the Will-O-Wisp, but misses as I go for the Crunch, and now I'm going to copycat his Will-O-Wisp just to wear this thing down, which is amazing, because I can use copycat on this set like this as well. He goes for... I'm going to keep going for the bulk ups, and he finally hits me with a Will-O-Wisp, and now with 2 bulk ups, I've pretty much nullified that burn. So I go for a Crunch, and it hits his Baltoy hard, but it doesn't look like a 2-hit KO. I go for a Copycat to get another Crunch, and it knocks him out, so I'm guessing it was min-max damage. He sends out Lilleep, and I'm just going to go for these Drain Punches, because I know it's going to be the best option. And I'm seeing that damage, and he's going to go for Stockpile. I figure he's going to go for a couple more Stockpiles, thinking he can just saw me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Bulk Up and just try and get my attack up as high as possible. So, like I thought, he keeps going for Stockpiles, and even if for some reason I get knocked out, I can always switch in my Munchlax and go for Whirlwind. I go for another Bulk Up, and I'm figuring next turn I can start attacking. He goes for the Giga Drain, and he gets a crit. I think the crit mattered, I'm not sure, I'd have to calc it out. But I send him my Mini-Me anyway, he goes for Ancient Power, and I'm just going to Whirlwind him out. So I Whirlwind him out into his Pawniard, and he's going to go ahead and set up Stealth Rocks, while I go for an Earthquake, which is going to be a solid 2-hit KO. And he's going to go for Brick Break, but I don't know if he's fully attack invested, because that does a little less than half. But I'm able to knock him out with Earthquake, and that's what's important. He sends out his Koffing and goes for a Will-O-Wisp, which I probably should have predicted. And I just go for Return, which I get a crit here, which is very nice, because he's going to get taken out with a burn now. So I guess hacks for hacks. He sends out his Larvesta now, as I go for he goes for U-turn just to knock me out, and goes into his Leap, as I go for a Return. And it's not going to do much at all. I get another crit, which is funny. He goes for Ancient Power just to finish me off. I thought he would have gone for Stockpiles to set up or something, but I guess I would have just Whirlwinded him out. I go into my Pocket Change and go for Hypnosis, and I am just completely hell-bent on putting this thing to sleep, because I spend the next 4 turns, going for Hypnosis, missing, while he just sets up his Stockpiles. Because I'm figuring that the only way I am going to be able to knock out Sleep now is if I use Hypnosis on it. And I think it's very interesting, he's going for 2 Stockpiles, but he's not going for the 3rd. So I finally hit a Hypnosis, and I'm gonna switch out into my Beautifish, because it carries Ice Beam. And after a couple Stockpiles and Eviolite, I know it's not gonna do much, but it's my best shot. So it looks like it's gonna be a 4-hit KO. I go for the Ice Beam, I repeat the process, he's gonna wake up here, go for Giga Drain, and get a lot of health back. But it does not take me out, surprisingly, and I'm able to go for another Ice Beam. So he's down pretty low. If he actually had to recover, I'd pretty much be screwed. So next turn, I'm gonna go into my Hot-Headed and just go for a Shadow Ball, because I'm figuring that 2 hits ought to knock it out. And from that range, it should. He goes for Ancient Power, which gets me down to 1 HP, as I go for a Flying Gem boosted Acrobatics. Now, I'm at 1 HP now, and he's still got quite a few threats left, so I'm figuring that I can just go for a Destiny Bond in whenever he switches in. He goes into his Chinchou, which is very, very fortunate for me. It works out really well. So, I managed to take his Chinchou down with me, and that's another threat completely gone. He sends out his Larvesta, and I'm going to go into my Pocket Change. So he goes for a Flare Blitz, but I am the Heat-proof variant, so I'm able to take it. And I go for Hypnosis, and it hits. It better hit after all those misses. I've used up all my misses. So I go for Earthquake, and I'm just kind of praying that it stays asleep. I keep going for these Earthquakes, and next turn he's going to wake up and going to go for the Morning Sun, which is unfortunate for me, but I just keep going for Earthquakes because really that's all I can do at this point. And he's going to knock me out next turn with a Flare Blitz, which means I'm down to my Badoo, who's a specially defensive beast, not physically defensive. So I'm going to go for Stun Spore just to try and knock it out. I miss, and that's the last bit of hacks for this battle. It was quite a hacksy battle, if you ask me. Thanks for the battle, KaelanKhaos. That was actually a really close match. Okay, so talk of the day. Guys, something I've been thinking about for a while now. I'm thinking of changing my name to my Smogon name, which is Bulky McBulkerson. Let me know if you guys think this is a good idea. I'll go ahead and leave a couple comments in the video below. Go ahead and vote for which one you want to hear. Do you want me to stick with Zubs of the Water? Or do you want me to switch over to Bulky McBulkerson? I can't really decide, so I'm going to have you guys make this decision. Well, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.